Street.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Ladies and gentlemen, as
there is mounting speculation out there that given King Charles III's apparent love of Islam, he must be a convert to that religion. Something that would put him at odds with being the defender of the faith, the Christianity of the Church of England, so putting his place on the throne at risk. And here's a quote circulating social media right now via the X account of Father Calvin Robinson.
Amid the sacred atmosphere of the holy month of Ramadan, as millions of Muslims around the world solemnly observe their fast, an unexpected piece of news has shaken the public. King Charles III is rumored to have embraced Islam. This rumor spread quickly and sparked a stir across the United Kingdom. Citizens flocked to seek confirmation, questioning the truth of a report that, if proven true, could become one of the most shocking events in the history of the British monarchy. As the heir to the British throne, King Charles III is not only a leader, but also a figure with extraordinary experiences. Before ascending the throne, he was a skilled fighter jet pilot. In the 1970s, he flew the supersonic Phantom F-4 during his service in the Royal Navy and Royal Air Force, an experience rarely held by a future king. Yet behind his image as an aristocrat with a military background lies another side of Charles that often goes unnoticed: his deep interest in Islam. From a young age, Charles was prepared for his great destiny as heir to the throne. He was bestowed the title Prince of Wales in 1958. He became the first heir in British history to earn a university degree after completing his studies in history, archaeology, and anthropology at Trinity College and University of Cambridge. Equally interesting is his serious interest in interfaith relations, environmental issues, and architecture. Because of his closeness and admiration for Islam, speculation that King Charles III has converted to the religion has grown stronger. It is important to note that this rumor is not new. In 1996, the Mufti of Cyprus even claimed that King Charles had embraced Islam. This speculation intensified when Charles delivered a speech at the Oxford Center for Islamic Studies, where he openly praised Islam's contributions in various fields, from mathematics to architecture. He also expressed admiration for how Islam addresses women's rights, something he said is often misunderstood by the Western world.
The surprise, ladies and gentlemen, is the extent to which Islam has been a part of Europe for so long, first in Spain, then in the Balkans, and the extent to which it has contributed so much towards the civilization which we all too often think of wrongly as entirely Western. Islam is part of our past and our present in all fields of human endeavor. It has helped to create modern Europe. Many of the traits on which modern Europe prides itself came to it from Muslim Spain: diplomacy, free trade, open borders.
Charles's interest in Islam has not faded with time. In May 2017, during the inauguration of the new Oxford Center for Islamic Studies building, Charles opened his speech with a traditional Islamic greeting. He highlighted how classical Islamic architecture could harmoniously blend with Oxford University's historic buildings. Since 1993, he has served as a patron of the center and supported its mission to foster understanding between the Islamic world and the West. The inauguration was also attended by Prince Turki Al Faisal, chairman of the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Farhan Nizami, director of the center. In the history of the British monarchy, it is rare for a leader to show such significant attention to Muslims. Yet King Charles seems to be an exception.
Assalamu alaikum. Hayakum maratan ukhra fi al-Mamlaka al-Muttahida baladkum al-Thani.
Even before ascending the throne, his stance toward the Muslim community in the UK and the Commonwealth had already drawn widespread attention. During the 25th anniversary of Islamic Relief UK, Charles delivered a speech highlighting the organization's contributions to society. More notably, he quoted verses from the Quran in his speech, a gesture that further reinforced the notion that his understanding of Islam goes beyond symbolism.
Let me recall, if I may, a passage from the Holy Quran which seems particularly appropriate to Islamic Relief's work, and which says in verse 32 of Al-Ma'idah Surah, "Whoever saved a life, it would be as if he saved the life of all mankind." Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for saving and transforming so many lives over the past 25 years. And may there be many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century.
When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, Charles, still the Prince of Wales at the time, also offered his support to Muslims preparing to welcome Ramadan under difficult circumstances. He praised the Muslim community's response to the global health crisis, especially their efforts in providing aid and honoring Muslim medical workers who lost their lives. But Charles's attention to the Muslim community did not stop there. In a recent meaningful moment, King Charles III and Queen Camilla personally prepared iftar meals for the Muslim community in the UK. During a visit to the Darjeeling Express Indian restaurant in London, Charles was seen wrapping dates to be sent to hospitals. He even earnestly scooped biryani rice into food containers. These simple actions carried a powerful message of his commitment to inclusivity. The highlight was when King Charles invited Muslims to break their fast at Windsor Castle, a historic moment as it marked the first ever iftar held at the over 1,000-year-old castle. A total of 350 guests from various backgrounds attended, witnessing how the occasion reflected both the grandeur of Ramadan and a symbol of diversity and tolerance. The guests expressed joy, portraying it as a sign of Islam's acceptance within a palace long associated with Christian tradition. However, this celebration sparked sharp reactions from some sectors of British society. For those firmly rooted in tradition, Charles's decision was seen as a neglect of the monarchy's Christian foundations, especially since the moment coincided with Ash Wednesday and Shrove Tuesday, two major events in the Christian royal calendar. When the royal family's official social media accounts failed to post any message about Shrove Tuesday, many took it as a silent signal, raising major questions. Why did King Charles, also head of the Church of England, appear more attentive to Ramadan? Speculation grew even further. One of the vocal voices in this controversy was former pastor Calvin Robinson. Through his personal account on platform X, formerly Twitter, he expressed his belief that King Charles III had indeed converted to Islam. He even pointed to Charles's frequent travels to Turkey as further clues. Many also questioned why Charles chose to study Arabic instead of Hebrew or Greek, which are more closely tied to Christianity's roots. For some conservative circles, this decision is not only surprising, but also seen as a disregard for the spiritual legacy of the British monarchy. Even so, amidst the wave of criticism, there are also those who seek to temper the wild speculation. They argue that Charles's interest in Islam more likely reflects an effort to build bridges between the West and the Muslim world, not a sign of religious conversion. Debates and controversy over King Charles III's religion continue to unfold among British society. Many pieces of evidence point to the king's deep interest in Islam. However, in the absence of an official statement from the royal family or credible media, the issue of his religious conversion remains an unconfirmed rumor. Has he truly changed his faith, or is he simply a leader striving to strengthen interfaith relations? The answer remains a mystery.
Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.